What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Savage Throwbacks. And today, we're heading back into the temple today with 5 more episodes of Legends from the Hidden Temple. We've got some seriously good artifacts lined up, including the missing portrait of Hans, Catherine the Great's Jewel-Encrusted egg, Butch Cassidy's shivered horseshoe, Annie Taylor's lucky pillow, and Blackbeard's treasure map. These are some classic temple adventures, so let's jump right into it.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Fogg. And here he is now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Olmec. Welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guard. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of the missing portrait of Hans Holbein.
Oh, the missing portrait of Hans Holbein. Well, one of our teams will have a chance to retrieve the missing portrait. Will it be the Red Jaguars? The Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys? The Orange Iguanas? The Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will have the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, they have to cross the moat, and Olmec will tell us how they'll have to do it today.
Before you are 2 islands floating in the moat and an ancient wooden plank. When Kirk gives the signal, grab the plank, place it between the shore and the first island, and walk over onto the island. Then your partner will cross behind you. If one of you falls, go back and start again. When both partners are on the first island, move the plank to the next island and do it again. When both partners reach the other side, run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their gongs will go on to the next round.
All right. Hey, teams, are you ready? Olmec, are you ready?
Let's get cracking.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Total teamwork here. It's not so much about speed, but about precision and balance. They all seem to make the first island, no problem. Now comes the second island. Oh, that's when the trouble begins. The Orange Iguanas are down. But the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, and the Silver Snakes are going to have to go back. It's neck and neck between the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, and the Green Monkeys. We've got 2 teams, 3 teams. Now we need 1 more team. Who's it going to be? The Purple Parrots? Or is it going to be the Silver Snakes? Or the Orange Iguanas? It's a foot race to the finish. One mistake can cost them. Here come the Purple Parrots. Orange Iguanas going to have to catch up. Silver Snakes are out of it. Here they come. It's a Purple Parrot right there. Purple Parrots, very calm. Wow, they took their time, but they made it across, and going on to the steps of knowledge are the mighty Purple Parrots. And the Green Monkeys. And the Blue Barracudas. And the Red Jaguars. Silver Snakes and Orange Iguanas gave it a great effort, too. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
A $50 savings bond has been provided by the original Surprise Bag. Each packed with a different assortment of candies, toys, puzzles, and fun. There are new surprises in every Surprise Bag.
As the quest continues, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the missing portrait of Hans Holbein. But teams, you're going to have to pay attention because your knowledge of the legend can bring you a step closer to Olmec's temple.
One of the most famous and talented painters of all time was the artist Hans Holbein. He painted much of the nobility of Europe, including the notorious Henry VIII, the ruthless Tudor king of England. Henry had 6 wives. He divorced 2, did away with 3, and 1 passed on somewhat mysteriously. Not exactly the ideal husband. Legend has it that after Holbein completed the portrait, King Henry was furious.
How dare you make me look twice as fat as I am? The way you've painted me, I look like Henry the 16th. And my face. Suppose you like my chin so much you painted 2 more just like it.
Holbein stood steadfast.
I paint what I see. I can do no less and no more.
I will throw you in aisles, boil you in oil, and that's just for good news.
Well, of course, maybe I can do a little better.
Holbein relented and began painting a new, more flattering portrait, which still hangs in England's royal palace. The old painting disappeared for years until it mysteriously made its way to the temple. Your task is to find the missing portrait of Hans Holbein and bring it here.
Thank you, Olmec. Tell us, where is this portrait of Hans Holbein?
The missing portrait of Hans Holbein can be found in the Chamber of the Sacred Markers.
All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a second, Olmec's going to ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, I want you to stomp down on that ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down to the next level. But if you're wrong or run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance. The first two teams to make it to the bottom level will be one step closer to Olmec's temple. Olmec, we're now ready for your first question.
Is Hans Holbein most famous for painting portraits, landscapes, or still lifes?
Green monkeys.
Portraits?
That is correct.
Step down, green monkeys. Next question, Olmec.
Which of these did he paint portraits of? The three choices are...
Purple parrots.
Nobilities of Europe.
That is correct.
All right, purple parrots. Nice and clear. Next question, Olmec.
Which of these kings did Holbein paint?
Purple parrots.
Henry VIII.
That is correct.
There we go. Purple parrots, step down. Suddenly they're just one step away from those temple games. We need two teams. Next question.
How many wives did Henry VIII have?
Blue barracudas.
6.
That is correct.
Good job. Step down. Silver snake or blue barracudas. Next question.
Did Henry think he looked too old, stupid?
Red jaguar.
That is correct.
All right, we got a tie between the red jaguars, the blue barracudas, and the green monkeys. Next question.
In Hans Holbein's second portrait, did Henry VIII look taller?
Purple parrots.
Thinner.
That is correct.
We've got our first team. It's the purple parrots. And they are very excited to be done with this. Now they're going to wait for the next team. They're one more team. Who's it going to be? The green monkeys, the blue barracudas, or the red jaguars? Next question, Olmec.
Is a portrait a picture of...
Blue barracudas.
A person.
That is correct.
Step down, blue barracudas. And they're just one step away. Next question.
A painter uses an easel to...
Red jaguar.
Put the painting on? To draw the picture.
That is correct.
Step down, red jaguars. Next question, Olmec.
Of the following, which is an artist's tool? A palette, an Allen wrench, or a squeegee?
Green monkeys.
A screechy?
Incorrect.
Blue barracudas.
A palette.
That is correct.
All right, we've got our first two teams right now. It's the blue barracudas and the purple parrots. Good job. Green monkeys, come on down. Great job by the green monkeys and the red jaguars. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
Skechers are the coolest shoes around. Sneakers, boots, sandals, shoes with lights in them called S-Lights. Skechers are comfortable and fun to wear. Skechers, it's the S.
The blue barracudas and the purple parrots will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's temple, and they're going to do it right after this.
You are watching Nick Gas.
Hey you want to improve your skills? Get fit? Gain that competitive edge? Then pay attention, because I got another skill drill. All right, soccer players, lace up if you want to improve your ball control. I call this skill drill Happy Feet. All you need for this one is a ball and room to play. That should be enough. First thing to do is put the ball directly in front of you. Start by tapping the top of the ball with your right foot. Then switch to your left. Once you start getting comfortable, you can pick up the pace. Good job. As you're doing this drill, imagine the ball is a big giant egg. So you just gotta barely tap it, or you'll make it crack. And keep those knees high, because the goal is to make sure the ball moves as little as possible. Keep it going. Doing this skill drill will give you fast feet and improve your ball control out there on the field. There ain't no time for standing around. Get out there and practice. You know, sometimes this drill reminds me of an Irish jig. Ha!
Let's open up the playbook and learn from the pros. It's a Games and Sports trade trick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Leland Fiddler here with another trade trick. And this one's about the game I know best, Scrabble. One of the most important things about the game of Scrabble is to stay ahead of your opponent. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, here's the deal. There's a real-life Scrabble tournament going on right behind me, so I have to be really quiet. Now I'm going to show you how to get the most points. One of the most important things is to know your two-letter words. There are 96 of them, and all good Scrabble players know them. Okay, another important thing to remember is to use your bonus squares. There's the triple word score, the double letter score, the triple letter score, and the double word score. The third way to get a lot of points is by using something that we Scrabble players call a bingo. That's when you use all 7 tiles in your rack, and you get a 50-point bonus for it. For Scrabble players, getting a bingo is like hitting a home run. So remember, guys, 3 ways to get a lot of points. Know your two-letter words, use the bonus squares, and try and find bingos. And that's your trade trick. Keep practicing.
Now back to that giant talking stone head. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Welcome back to Legends. Now the glory goes to the fastest and the strongest. But before we get started, let's meet our teams on the Blue Barracudas. We have Rachel. She enjoys roller skating, and she wants to work with the Dolphins, the animals, not the football team. And we have her partner, Keith, here. He likes to play soccer, and when he gets older, he wants to be an actor. Let's hear it for the Blue Barracudas. And here are the Purple Parrots. We have Danielle. She enjoys singing and has a dog named Charlie. And her partner, James, is a cross-country runner. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow he's going to run in a 10K race. Let's hear it for the Purple Parrots. All right, you guys ready to play the Temple Games? All right, go get ready, and I'll tell you what's going to happen here. In the Temple Games, teams are going to be competing for the pendants of life. They're going to need the pendants to protect themselves from the dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. There are 3 Temple Games, and Olmec will tell us about Temple Game number 1.
Henry hated his first portrait so much, he wanted it destroyed. Your task is to smash Henry VIII's portrait. You are in a giant paint roller. When Kirk gives the signal, roll toward the first painting, get out and crash through it. Then, get back in your roller, roll back, and destroy the second portrait on the other side. Finally, smash through the third one in the middle. The first player to smash 3 portraits, or the player that's further along in 60 seconds wins.
All right, let's get these games rolling. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your marks, get set, go. Here they go. They got to go across the territory, then smash the portrait. Blue Barracuda smash first. Blue Barracudas are a little bit ahead. Purple Parrots are stalled. Round and round they go. All the Blue Barracudas need is one more. Wow, good work by the Blue Barracudas. And that is it. That's it right there. Come on, guys. Come on out. Keith, come on over here. Great job by the Blue Barracudas. Found the momentum and did all 3 portraits. Come on over. So the Blue Barracudas get the half pennant of life. Okay, the Purple Parrots can catch up in the next game. It's worth a half pennant. Olmec, will you tell us about Temple Game number 2?
Henry VIII wanted to pick and choose his features to make a more flattering portrait of himself. When Kirk gives the signal, grab a facial feature, run around, jump up, and place it on Henry's portrait. Then go back around and do it again. The first player that finishes the portrait, or the player that places the most features in 60 seconds, wins.
All right, here we go. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. to build a face. And the key to this game is getting the momentum, grabbing them, and placing them. That's a lot to ask. Purple Parrots can't quite, weren't able to get there in time, either of the Blue Barracudas. You have to get, there we go, Blue Barracudas and the Purple Parrots scored. Now you gotta grab one. Oh, they didn't get the momentum. The Barracudas have grabbed another one. Now they're rolling. Purple Parrots gonna have to jump up so that way they can come down and get it. Having trouble getting that momentum. All right, come on in. We'll stop him here. James had a little trouble getting his momentum, but the Blue Barracudas were able to get theirs, and they ended up getting 4, so the Blue Barracudas get the half pennant of life. So that gives the Blue Barracudas 1, the Purple Parrots have none, but they can catch up in the third and final game. It's worth a full pennant. Olmec, tell us about Temple game number 3.
Legend has it that one of Henry VIII's angry ex-wives hired vandals to smash all of his statues. Before you are statues of Henry VIII. When Kurt gives the signal, the player on the ground will grab a boulder and throw it to their partner. Catch the boulder, fly towards the statues, knock one over, then go back for another boulder. The first team to topple all the statues of Henry, or the team that topples the most statues in 60 seconds wins.
All right. This is for the temple. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. Twofold here. Catching him and knocking him over. Purple Parrots score first. They struggle to bring their boulders. Purple Parrots, Blue Barracuda's got 2 in that one. They're 1 ahead. They only got 2 left. Purple Parrots gonna have to move. Oh, 1 more, and the Blue Barracudas are gone. That's it. That's it. Come on down. Come on down. Come on over here, Danielle. Come on over, Danielle. Run over. Great job by both teams. From the looks of it, the Blue Barracudas got all of theirs down. So the Blue Barracudas get the full pendant. That gives them 2. The Purple Parrots didn't have any. The Blue Barracudas are going to the temple. Nice job. Purple Parrots did a great job all the way through. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
For the looniest in video game action, look for Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday and Speedy Gonzalez's Los Gatos Bandidos. It's only on Super NES from Acclaim.
Now we're going to see if the mighty Blue Barracudas can make it through Olmec's temple, retrieve the missing portrait of Hans Holbein, and they're going to do it right after this.
You are watching your games, your sports. Nick Gas.
My workouts don't just take place on the tennis court. It's time to sweat, fitness style.
Strengthen. Stay up.
I've always had to work on my fitness. It's a big part of your game.
Look ahead, look ahead.
You have to work on your strength.
Go. Go, lift them up, put them down. Lift them up, put them down. Don't lose it. Come on, concentrate, concentrate.
You have to work on your footwork.
Toes off the ground, heels off the ground.
I'm out 4 or 5 times a week doing fitness after I play.
Lock it out both sides.
I usually do a lot of movement stuff, some core stuff.
Go 8 times. Touch your heel to the ground. Even more, even more. Look ahead, look ahead.
It takes a lot of endurance out of you. Okay, guys, workout over. See you next time on Nick Gas. Whew, I need a break.
Hey, Games and Sports fans, get ready for another Nick-Ass Timeout. This time out, we're playing along with pro soccer star Mike Petke.
What's up, soccer fans? It's time for some trivia. We all know how big soccer is around the globe. So tell me, which country won the most World Cups? Is it A, Italy? Is it B, Brazil? C, Argentina? Or D, the United States? Anything? Anything yet? Come on, guys. Nothing yet? All right, guys, time's up. Let's see how you did. So did you say the US of A? Unfortunately, the USA has yet to win a World Cup, but the future's looking bright. What about Argentina? Well, then you probably said Italy, right? Wrong again. Well, that only leaves one answer, Brazil. That's right, no one has dominated the World Cup quite like the mighty Brazilians. Including 2002, they've won the World Cup 5 times. Now, if you knew that, then you know your soccer trivia.
Hey, get back in the game. We'll see you next time out.
Now back to that giant talking stone head. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Welcome back to Legends. Keith and Rachel have proven themselves worthy and now have earned the right to enter Olmec's temple. But before we get started, Olmec's going to give them some information to help them retrieve the missing portrait of Hans Holbein.
You could start by running up the stairs to the crypt. Grab the book from the skeletons and pass into the pit of the pendulum. Knock over the column and climb into the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots to find the key that will lead you into the chamber of the sacred markers. Match the symbols on the right to those on the left and pass into the room of the ancient warriors. Place yourself in the correct armor and open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue and you may be headed toward the room of the secret password. Find the tablet with the correct inscription and shout it out to open the door to the Pharaoh's secret passage. Slide down the tunnel to the quicksand bog where you could smash through the dark forest. But beware of the temple guards that may inhabit the trees. Find the key in the tree and you'll enter the Jester's Court. Press yourself against the correct wall painting and you'll gain entry to the tomb of the headless kings. Pull the vines to release their bones and attach the missing skull to its proper king. Then race through the pit, climb through the ledges, race down the stairs and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours and yours alone. You won 2 pendants in the temple games. Who's going first?
I am.
Very well, Rachel. When Kirk gives the signal, you'll race through the gates into the temple and make your way towards the missing portrait. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. You can trade your pendant for an extra life and go on. But if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken out of the temple, and it'll be Keith's turn to enter and try his luck. If you can reach the portrait, all of the doors of the temple will instantly unlock and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with the missing portrait of Hans Holbein in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
First, you get this Fun in the Sun pool package. For maximum fun in the water, Sevalor presents the Wave Shoe, an inflatable kayak-type craft with paddle and pump, and relaxing comfort in this wild pool hammock. Stay cool, way cool with Sevalor. Grab the portrait within 3 minutes, and you'll also get a real mountain bike with the specialized Shock Rock, delivering real suspension fun designed for kids. With the Airwave helmet, you're ready to tackle the toughest trails. Get the best ride of your life on Specialized Mountain Bike. If you can bring the portrait out of the temple before 3 minutes is up, you'll both be going skiing in Colorado. Monarch is Colorado's family fun ski resort, and families who love great skiing and super affordable ski and stay packages choose Monarch.
Colorado, let's see if we can get our Blue Barracudas out to Colorado. All right, let's get in position. Olmec, will you lower your gate? And let's put 3 minutes on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. There she goes, up into the temple.
Get out of here.
Oh, the pit of the pendulum. Now she's going to have to swing on that rope, knock the column down. Nice job. Can she get back up? No, she's going to have to climb. She got her foot caught in the rope. That's going to cost her a little bit. Minutes, 5 seconds. Into the king's storeroom. Boom. Where's that key? Find the cave. Hey, there it is. That one didn't work. Try the next one. The third one's a charm. 1 minute, 37. She heads into the room of the ancient warriors. First one didn't work. Tempo guard, it's time for Keith. Go, Keith, go! Down to legends. Ledges. This team's been strong the whole way, and Keith's a good cleaner, and he's going to try to clean it up. 1 minute left. Third one is at a charm, another charm. Up to the shrine of the silver monkey. Go, Keith, go. Oh, he jumps across with the greatest of ease. Boom, he knows what he's doing. Into the chamber of the sacred markers. Oh, he's heading into the secret password room. Temple guard takes his pendant. 25 seconds. Try the next one.
Long live Omac!
There he goes. That opens it up, the secret password. Passageway down to the quicksand bog. Bust through, bust through. Oh, the bog. It's so murky. Oh, he got caught in the quicksand bog and was able to dive into the dark forest, but that's where he ended because time ran out. And we've run out of time. The great blue barracudas. Come on over here, Keith. Got the pool package. I know they had a great time. They're hot. I'm hot. We got to get out of here. Join us again next time for another great Legend of the Hidden Temple. Bye-bye.
Man, I love these episodes. Because the artifacts sound so random when you first hear their name. But once you start watching the episode, it completely fits in the whole temple atmosphere. And the temple run is always where things get crazy. You can have a team absolutely dominate everything leading up to that point. And then the temple just decides to humble them. That's one of those things I've always liked about Legends. You never really knew how an episode was going to end. Even when a team looked like they had everything under control, the temple could completely change the outcome. And now, a jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Hogg. And here he is now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Olmec. Welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great.
All right, the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great. Well, one of our teams will have a chance to retrieve the jewel-encrusted egg. Will it be the Red Jaguars? How about the Blue Barracudas? Maybe the Green Monkeys? Perhaps the Orange Iguanas? What about the Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will have their chance to reach Olmec's temple, but first they have to cross the moat, and Olmec will tell us how they'll have to do it today.
Before you hangs an abandoned fishing net, and beside it, an old vine. When Kirk gives the signal, the first player will swing out without touching the water, grab onto the net, and climb over. Then drop down and dash for the opposite side. When you are completely out of the water, that will be your partner's signal to do the same. If you touch the water while swinging, you must go back and begin again. When both partners have crossed the net, run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their gongs will go on to the next round.
All right, let's get started. Hey, teams, are you ready? All right. Olmec, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
On your marks, get set, go! The first swing is the most important swing. Wow, I like these teams. All look very strong. Orange, red, and purple off. Silver, orange off. Blue's a little caught up, and green's having a little trouble making it over the net. Remember, we're looking for 4 teams. Yeah, nice going, Red Jaguars. Oh, that net's a swinging. Purple Parrots down. I think they might be our first team, and they are. Now, who's going to be the next one? I think it may be the Orange Iguanas and the Red Jaguar. Orange is in, red's in. We need one more team. Green is still having trouble making it over the net. Here come the silver. Oh, here comes the mighty Blue Barracudas. Here come the Blue Barracudas. Oh, I think they're gonna make it. There you go, Silver. But too little, too late as the Blue Barracudas are out of the water. We've got our 4 teams right there. All right, Purple Parrots, no problem at all. Getting across and going on to the steps of knowledge are the Purple Parrots. And the Orange Iguanas, and those Blue Barracudas, and the Red Jaguars. The Silver Snakes and the Green Monkeys gave it a great effort too. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
Skechers are fun shoes. Sneakers, boots, sandals, and shoes with lights in them called S-Lights. Skechers are comfortable and fun to wear. Skechers, it's the S.
As the quest continues, it's time for Olmec to tell us about this jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great. But teams, you're gonna have to pay attention because your knowledge of the legend can and will bring you a step closer to Olmec's temple.
One of the greatest rulers of all time was Catherine the Great, Tsarina of Russia. During her reign, she unified all of Russia and conquered Eastern Europe.
a German princess. She was brought to Russia to marry Peter, the heir to the throne of Russia in 1745. But her new husband was cruel and did not love her. When he became the Tsar, he decided to do away with Catherine.
You must leave the court. I am sending you to your villa outside St. Petersburg.
But Catherine had many friends at court, and the Tsar had many enemies who were tired of his tyrannical ways. Catherine's closest friend, Gregory Orloff, began to plot for her. One morning at dawn, a handsome cavalryman appeared with a carriage waiting to take her to the palace.
Everything is ready to proclaim you empress.
Poor Catherine was terrified. It might be Peter's trap to accuse her of treason. She rode the whole way in worried silence. But at the palace, Gregory Orloff was waiting.
What's going on?
Tsar Peter has abdicated. You are to be the Empress of Russia. Long live our little mother, Catherine!
In gratitude, Catherine gave Orloff a jewel-encrusted golden egg, which later found its way to the temple. Your quest is to find the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great and bring it back here.
Thanks, Olmec. Tell us, where is the jewel-encrusted egg?
The jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great can be found in the room of the ancient warrior.
All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec's going to ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, I want you to stomp down on that ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down to the next level. But if you're wrong or run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance. The first two teams to make it to the bottom level will be one step closer to Olmec's temple. All right, Olmec, we're ready for your first question.
Was Catherine the Great's title Queen of England, Tsarina of Russia,
Orange iguanas.
Tsarina of Russia.
That is correct.
Good job. Step down. Next question, Olmec.
What country was Catherine originally from?
Orange iguanas.
Germany.
That is right.
All right, the orange iguanas are just like that, or one step away. Next question.
What was her royal title in Germany? Duchess, lady, or princess?
Orange iguanas.
Princess.
That is correct.
Whoa, the orange iguanas are the first team going to the Temple Games. Wow, in quick fashion. So, who's going to be the next team? The purple parrots, the blue barracudas, or the red jaguars? Next question.
Was Catherine brought to Russia to marry, to learn manners, or to learn Russian?
Purple parrots.
To marry.
That is correct.
Step down, purple parrots. Next question.
Was the name of her husband
Red Jaguars?
Peter.
That is correct.
Step down, Red Jaguars. Next question.
What was the name of Catherine's best friend? Gregory Orloff, Horace Badenoff.
Red Jaguars.
Gregory Orloff.
That is correct.
Step down, Red Jaguars. They're just a step away. Next question.
Which of these did Gregory plot? To take over Europe, to make Catherine Tsarina, or to...
Red Jaguars.
To make Catherine Tsarina the princess.
That is correct.
All right, these two teams will be going on to the Temple Games. It's the Red Jaguars. Good teamwork. And the Orange Iguanas. Good job. Purple Bears, come on over. Come on down, Blue Barracudas. We enjoyed having them with us. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
Aliens with attitude have landed on notebooks and more. They go great with Omni leather look and Omni soft side stuff too. So stock up and stay cool for back to school.
These two teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple, and they're going to do it right after this. Back to Legends. Now, of course, this is the time when the glory goes to the fastest and the strongest. But before we get started, hey, why don't we meet our teams? On the Red Jaguars, we have Kristen. She's into softball, and when she gets older, she wants to be a fashion designer. And her partner here, Chris, he's really into swimming, and he wants to be a marine biologist. That kind of goes hand in hand. Let's hear it for the Red Jaguars. And on the Orange Iguanas, we have Rachel. She's into tennis, and when she gets older, she wants to get into journalism. And Brian is into baseball, and he wants to be a computer technologist. Let's hear it for the Orange Iguanas. All right, you guys ready to play? Yeah. Hey, that's nice. All right, go get ready. Let me tell you what's going to happen here. In the Temple Games, we're going to be competing ladies and gentlemen, the pendants of life. That's right, they're going to need those pendants to protect themselves from the dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. There are 3 temple games. Olmec, please tell us about temple game number 1.
Catherine the Great bought many of the great art treasures of Europe and encouraged artists, writers, and composers to join her court. Before you lies an assortment of books, paintings, and sheet music in a variety of colors. When Kirk gives the signal, crawl underneath, pop through the hole, and grab the art object you find there. Then, go on to the next hole. If the object you find there matches the object you already have, bring them both back and drop them in your case. Otherwise, exchange the object you have for the one you find and go on to the next hole. The player with the most pairs of art objects in their case in 60 seconds wins.
So here we go. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your marks, get set, go! Now, they gotta have a good memory here because once they grab one of the objects, then they gotta go and match it with another, and then they gotta go back and find it. So it's really difficult. Let's see. They gotta find the match. Grab the art object, find the right ones. It's 1-0. Orange iguanas have 1. Red have none. All right, let's check it out. Let's come on out here. You can just drop that one. And let's bring the baskets over here. Let's start with the orange. Orange had 1, 2. They had a pair there, so that's 1 match. And they had a match here, so it's tied. They each get the half pendant of life. I know, it takes a good memory, doesn't it? All right, we go to the second game. It's where the half pendant. Olmec, tell us about temple game number 2.
When Catherine became Tsarina of Russia, she set about destroying the statues of her hated husband, Peter. Your task is to smash Peter's statues. When Kirk gives the signal, get into your carriage, roll toward the first statue, get out and smash it. Then, roll back to the second statue, get out and smash it. Finally, smash the third one in the middle. The first player to smash all 3 statues, or the player that's further along in 60 seconds wins.
Good job. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your marks, get set, go! This takes coordination, agility, and if you're behind, it's going to take speed. Orange got to get back in. Get the momentum. I think the red is taking off now. Now the red's got to be able to get to the middle. Will they be able to do it without going over? I think they do. And that's it right there. With authority. Come on over here, Chris. Great job. Come on over here, both of you guys. Great job by both, but the red Jaguars just edged out, they edged out the orange iguanas, so that gives them the half pendant of life. So, it's 1 for the red Jaguars, a half for the orange iguanas. We go to the third and final game. Olmec, tell us about temple game number 3.
To make Catherine their Tsarina, the Russian people first had to get rid of Tsar Peter. Before you stand several Tsars. When Kirk gives the signal, load your slingshots and shoot a ball at one of the Tsars and knock them down. Then it's your partner's turn. The first team to knock down all 4 Tsars, or whichever team is further along at the end of 60 seconds, wins.
This is for the temple. Let's get in position. On your marks. Let's set the clock for 60 seconds. On your marks. Get set. Go! Fire away! Knock a Tsar down. Red scores first. And the orange come back. Orange needs this game badly. And so does the red. Oh, almost a double. Oh! Orange is ahead now. Let's take a look at what they did here. Orange Iguanas knocked over 2, and so did the Red Jaguars, so they each get the full pennant of life. So that gives the Red Jaguars, or the Orange Iguanas, 1.5. The Red Jaguars have 2. The Red Jaguars are going to the temple. Good job. Great job. Nice work. Woo, that was close all the way. Orange Iguanas did a great job, too. We got a nice gift for them, and here's what it is.
Hush Puppies, the most comfortable shoes in the whole wide world. Come with rugged construction, designed for anywhere your feet might take them.
Now we're going to see if the Red Jaguars can make it through Olmec's temple, retrieve the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great. We're going to see right after this. Welcome back to Legends. Kristen and Chris have proven themselves worthy and now have earned the right to enter Olmec's temple. But before they get started, Olmec's going to give them some information to help them retrieve the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great.
You could start by running up the stairs to the crypt. Grab the book from the skeletons and pass into the pit of the pendulum. Knock over the column and climb into the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots to find the key that will lead you into the chamber of the sacred markers. Match the symbols on the right to those on the left and pass into the room of the ancient warriors. Place yourself in the correct armor and open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue and you may be headed toward the room of the secret password. Find the tablet with the correct inscription and shout it out to open the door to the Pharaoh's secret passage. Slide down the tunnel to the quicksand bog where you could smash through the dark forest. But beware of the temple guards that may inhabit the trees. Find the key in the tree and you'll enter the Jester's Court. Press yourself against the correct wall painting and you'll gain entry to the tomb of the Headless Kings. Pull the vines to release their bones and attach the missing skull to its proper king. Then race through the pit, climb through the ledges, race down the stairs and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours and yours alone. You won 2 pendants in the temple games. Who's going first?
I am.
Very well, Chris. When Kirk gives the signal, you'll race through the gates into the temple and make your way towards the jewel-encrusted egg. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. You can trade your pendant for an extra life and go on, but if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken out of the temple, and it'll be Kristen's turn to enter and try her luck. If you can reach the egg, all of the doors of the temple will instantly unlock and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with the jewel-encrusted egg of Catherine the Great in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
First, you get some skates. Ultra Wheels His and Hers skate package with protective equipment. Ultra Air skates feature the patented disc brake system, allowing you to stop more easily, gradually, and with more control. Grab the egg within 3 minutes, and you'll also receive this game table from Sportcraft. The 6-in-1 game table includes billiards, slide hockey, table tennis, chess, backgammon, and checkers. And hours of fun for everyone from Sportcraft. If you can bring the egg out of the temple before 3 minutes up, you'll both be going to Mexico! Aero Mexico flies daily from 9 gateways throughout the U.S. to all the beauty and splendor of Mexico. Aero Mexico, fly the warmth of Mexico. And you'll be staying at the majestic Best Western Hotel in Mexico City, right at the main square next to the Metropolitan Cathedral and the National Palace. Hotel Majestic participates in Best Western's Young Travelers Club.
They just told me they want to go to Mexico, so let's get them to Mexico. Get in position. Lower your gate, Olmec. Put 3 minutes on the clock. On your mark. Get set. Go. There he goes. There goes Chris. Into the temple with 2 pendants. Temple guard.
Get out of here.
Try the next one. There it is. Going to the pit of the pendulum. Those temple guards, you know they can mess around with your brain a little bit. He wanted to go up, and he did a great Oh, God, go, Kristen, go! Down into the pit. Oh, oh, nice head first dive. This girl's serious. She's got the head. Now, make it hard beat. Make it beat. Boom, she's moving on to Jester's court. Align your body with the figures. Try the middle. Yes, it works. Get into the dark forest. This girl's strong. Find the key. Bust through the wall, maybe. Who knows? Yes, she's heading up in the shrine of the Silver Monkey. Minute 23. She's got time. Go, Kristen, go! Put that monkey together. The other way. Right around the other way. There you go. Get the head on. Jam it on. Yes, she's got it. Get the jewel-encrusted egg. She's got it. Go, go, go. All the way. 41 seconds. Go all the way across the top. 33. She's got the egg. She's gonna make it. She's gonna make it. She's gonna make it. She's got it. Yes, she got it. She's got it. She got it. She did it. She did it. They both did it. They got the skates. They got the game table. They're going to Mexico. I love it. She is tired. He's tired. I'm tired. We gotta go. So we'll see you again next time for another great legend of the Hidden Temple.
Okay, this is one of those artifacts that just looks like it belongs to Legends of the Hidden Temple. A jewel-encrusted egg belonging to Catherine the Great? Come on, yo. That's what made this show so memorable. You can take these obscure historical objects and turn them into something that felt like the most important treasure in the world. Then you have the kids competing for it like their lives depended on it. That's such a perfect combination of history and adventure. On to the next episode. The Silver Horseshoe of Butch Cassidy.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Hogg. And here he is now.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you, Olmec. welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in this temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy.
Horseshoe of Butch Cassidy. Well, the legend is set, and one of these 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve the horseshoe. Will it be the Red Jaguars? The Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys? The Orange Iguanas? Or the Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some pretty tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will have the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, they have to cross the moat, and Olmec will tell us how they'll have to do it today.
Before you are 3 ropes, one which goes straight across the moat, and 2 which crisscross in the center. When Kirk gives the signal, cross the moat by holding the top rope and walking across the bottom one. When the ropes crisscross, switch your feet to the other rope and continue across. Once you're safely on the deck, tag the spotter. That'll be your partner's signal to cross exactly as you did. As soon as the second teammate has crossed, both of you run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their gongs will go on to the next round.
All right, let's get started. Are you ready, teams? Are you ready, Olmec?
Let's rock.
All right, on your mark. Get set. Go! Oh, they gotta start off slow, get their feet, and then make that crisscross. It's the Orange Iguana starting off fun, starting off fast. Here come the Blue Barracudas and the Purple Parrots. Blue Barracudas caught in the middle, trying to make that cross. Here comes the Purple Parrots, the Blue Barracudas, and also we're looking like the Silver Snakes coming across next. It's the Purple Parrots trying to hang on. Whoa, almost fell off. Oh, he did fall off. He's got to get his feet back up to pull himself across. We need 4 teams out of 6. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be the Purple Parrots? Yes, they're across the Here come the Green Monkeys. Let's go here. That's it. We've got our 4 teams right here. Let's go check it out. Nice job. Your partner came across in blazing speed. The Orange Iguanas are going to be going onto the steps of knowledge along with the Green Monkeys, the Purple Parrots, and the Red Jaguars. The Silver Snakes and the Blue Barracudas came up a little short, but they're not going to go away empty-handed. We got a great gift for them, and here's what it is.
Congratulations, and get ready for wet and wild fun with the Powerfully Wet Super Soaker XP 150, one of the next generation of Super Soakers.
As we continue our quest, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the legend of the Silver Horseshoe of Butch Cassidy. But pay attention, guys, because your knowledge of the legend can bring you a step closer to Olmec's temple.
The wiliest gentlemen outlaws in the Old West were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Together with the Hole-in-the-Wall gang, they robbed trains, banks, and stages without ever killing anyone. They planned their robberies carefully and always had fresh horses concealed along their escape route so they could elude any posse that chased them. They were also especially polite to ladies. Legend has it that one day Butch was robbing a train and a beautiful young woman recognized him.
You're Butch Cassidy, aren't you?
He blushed and lowered the bandana which hid his face.
The one and only.
Can I have your autograph?
Can't write, but I do have a calling card.
And he handed her a silver horseshoe engraved with his initials. She treasured that horseshoe all her life, but it disappeared. Your quest is to find the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy and bring it back here.
All right, Olmec, where is the Silver Horseshoe?
The silver horseshoe can be found in the viper's nest.
All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, stomp down on the ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down to the next level. But if you're wrong, I'm going to give the other teams a chance to answer. The first 2 teams to make it to the bottom level will be 1 step closer to Olmec's temple. Olmec, your first question, please.
Which of these men was Butch Cassidy's partner in crime? Billy the Kid, the Sundance Kid, or...
Sundance Kid.
That is correct.
Nice job. Step down, Orange Iguanas. Next question.
Which of these was the name of Butch and Sundance's gang?
Orange Orange Iguanas.
The hole in the wall gang.
That is correct.
Nice job. Suddenly, the Orange Iguanas are only one step away from the Temple Games. We need 2 teams. Next question.
Which of these is the term for the group deputized to track down outlaws?
Orange Iguanas. Say that again.
That is correct.
All right, we've got our first team going to the Temple Game. It's the Orange Iguanas. Blazing. Next question.
Which of these men was another famous outlaw? Jesse James, Roy Bean, or Wyatt Earp?
Purple Parrots.
Jesse James?
That is correct.
Nice job. Purple Parrots are on the board. Next question.
Were cemeteries located at the edge of town in the Old West often called Heartbreak Ridge, Murderer's Row, or Boot Hill?
Red Jaguars.
Boot Hill?
That is correct.
Red Jaguars are on the board. Green Monkeys can still catch up. Let's continue.
Which of these was the location of a famous gunfight in the Old West? The Fort Worth Stockyards, the OK Corral, or the All Right Ranch?
Purple Parrots.
Okay, Corral?
That is correct.
There you go. Step down, Purple Parrots. You're just one step away from the Temple Games. You'll be joining the Orange Iguanas if you can make it. Next question.
Which of these men was in the gunfight at the OK Corral? Pecos Bill, Butch Cassidy, or Doc Holliday?
Green Monkeys.
Doc Holliday?
That is correct.
There he goes. Green Monkeys coming back. Next question.
Which of these towns was the location of the OK Corral? Tombstone, Headstone, or Stone Mountain?
Purple Parrots.
Tombstone?
That is correct.
There you go. Step down. These 2 teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple. Good job, Purple Parrots and the Orange Iguanas. Nice job. Come on up here. Great match. Come on down here, guys. You're not going to go empty-handed. We got a great gift for you. You played a great game. Here's what it is.
From Eastpak. Bags for school, play, travel, and beyond. Every Eastpak backpack comes with a lifetime guarantee only from Eastpak, America's best-known backpack.
These teams are fired up, and they'll be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple right after this. Welcome back to Legends. Now, of course, the glory goes to the fastest and the strongest. But before we get started, I want to find out about our team members here. On the Orange Iguanas, we have Paula. It says here that you play the violin.
That's correct. I've been playing for like 5 years now.
You've been playing violin for 5 years?
Yeah, that's.
Are you in a band, or what are you playing?
I'm in my school orchestra, and like this year I made all-county orchestra, and I'm preparing to go on to try out for all-state orchestra.
Whoa, an all-state violinist on the Orange Iguanas. And how about Matt? It says here that you long-distance run?
Yes, I've been running since 3rd grade.
You've been long-distance running since 3rd grade?
Yes.
How far do you go?
I started out about a mile and a quarter, and then I moved up 1.5 miles, and now I'm at 2 miles and 2.5 miles.
Looks like we've got a runner here on the Orange Iguanas. Let's hear it for the Orange Iguanas. Then again, we got the Purple Parrots right here, and we have Wendy. Wendy, how old are you?
12.
Now, Wendy, you're into painting and crafts, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I like to paint, and I just like to diddle-doddle around with my paints. And,
What have you painted?
in 3rd grade, I painted a nice toucan, which got into a museum.
Wait, you got a painting put into a museum?
Yes.
Which one?
The Orlando Art Museum.
All right, nice job. And Terry, tell me about this wave that I heard you took.
Oh, yes. I was boogie boarding one day in Hawaii, and I slipped off my boogie board, and I got pulled under by a 4-foot wave.
4-foot wave. We've got some surfers on the Purple Parrots. Let's hear it. All right. Why don't the people getting ready for the second game go ahead and get ready, and you can climb up here and get ready for the first game. Now, in the Temple Games, teams are competing to win pendants of life. The winning team is going to need those pendants to protect themselves from those dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. Now, there are 3 Temple Games, and Olmec will tell us about the first one. Olmec?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid robbed their way all across the West, while at the same time avoiding the law. When Kirk gives the signal, crawl to the first block and grab a bag of gold. Then, Come back to your starting block and drop the gold in your basket and go on to the next block. As you move back and forth, you must avoid the swinging obstacles. If you're hit, you must return to the first position and start the trip again. The first player to get all their gold bags back to their basket, or the player that's furthest along in 60 seconds, wins.
Oh, sounds tricky, Olmec. They've got to watch out for the obstacles while they're grabbing dough. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And let's start swinging the obstacles. On your mark, get set, go! It's tricky. They just got to start off slow so they can get the rhythm. Orange Iguana's out in front first. And here come the Purple Parrots. I'm sure they know they've got to take the lead. There's plenty of time to grab the dough. So it's a matter of how well you're going to dive and miss it. It's all tied up. This is a great game. 36 seconds left. Slow and easy. Who's going to be the first one to get hit? Oh, it's the Orange Iguanas. Purple Parrots had their dough. Oh, but they got hit. 25 seconds. It's even again. Orange Iguanas trying to pick their moment. Here come the Purple Parrots, scampering out, both of them. It's neck and neck. Oh, one of the dough got knocked off. There he goes. He's got it. She's coming back. Orange Iguanas have to come back. Can the Purple Parrots make it back and put it in time? Can they do it? Yeah, time's up. Come on down here. Come on over here. Great job, guys. Nice maneuvering. Let's check out the Orange Iguanas. They had 1, 2 bags of cash. The Purple Parrots, 1, 2, 3 bags of cash. The Purple Parrots get the half pennant of life. Nice dive at the very last second. Good job. Orange Iguanas, you can catch up in this next game. It's worth a half pennant of life. Olmec, tell us about game number 2.
For Butch and Sundance, a successful robbery might gain them a lot of gold. Up on the boards next to you, we've laid out a ton of gold, ripe for the picking. When Kirk gives the signal, run around to the gold, jump up and grab a piece. Then stash your loot in the bucket on the other side. The player to stash the most pieces of gold away in their buckets at the end of 60 seconds wins.
All right, our players are ready to stash some gold, so let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go! There they go. This is a double challenge. Not only do you have to get the momentum up, grab gold, you got to come back to the bucket and make it inside. Who can do it first? Who can get that rhythm? That's one apiece. Oh, she grabbed it. She's got a good one. And the Orange Iguanas. Now she's getting a rhythm, and she missed hers. But the Orange Iguanas have now moved ahead. Oh, Orange Iguanas missed. Gives a chance to the Purple Parrots to catch up here. Oh, Purple Parrots can't make it in the bucket. Orange Iguanas. Here comes the Purple Parrots. See what they can get. I think it's going to be a close match. This is for a half pendant. Orange Iguanas knocking gold over. Purple Parrots doing a good job grabbing it, but they have to make it in the bucket. It's going to come the last few seconds. All right, let's stop the spin. Let's stop them. And let's go and check it out and see what happens. Orange Iguanas had 1, 2 pieces of gold. Purple Parrots, 1, 2 pieces, 3 pieces of gold. The Purple Parrots get another half pennant of life. The Purple Parrots are blazing. Good job. Orange Iguanas, you had trouble getting it inside the bucket there, but this next game is worth a full pendant, and they can catch up here. So let's check it out after Olmec tells us about it. Olmec?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids stowed fresh getaway horses along their escape route so they could outrun a posse, and folks say they could jump from horse to horse without even stopping. Fortunately, your task is only to stay on one horse as long as possible. When Kirk gives the signal, the horse will begin to spin. The team with the most players on the horse after 60 seconds wins.
All right. This is the third and final game. The Orange Iguanas need this to stay alive. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. It's a tall horse. These are the biggest horses I've ever seen. Who's gonna stay on longest? It has 60 seconds. It's an endurance test. Purple Parrot's having a little trouble. Orange Iguana's doing good because they know they gotta stay alive. If one person falls, they leave it in the hands of the other. They're doing a great job. Oh, Purple Parrots fell. That leaves one Purple Parrot, giving the Orange Iguanas an opening. Oh my, this is tough. It's all resting on that Purple Parrot. It's all resting on Wendy. Can Wendy hold on? But will the Orange Iguanas fall? Still got 19 seconds. Orange Iguanas are stuck on there like glue. There's just a little bit of time left. Will the Orange Iguanas falter? Will they be able to hold on? Just a few seconds left. Oh, that's it. Time's up. Let's go check it out. Purple Parrot, come on down. Go ahead, just let it on down. What a match. Orange Iguanas, unbelievable job. Both of them stayed on. They get the full pendant of life. That gives them one pendant. That gives the Purple Parrots a pendant. We have a tie. Bring in the tiebreaker pedestal. All right, here's your tiebreaker rules. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, hit the gong in front of you. You'll have 3 seconds to answer, and we must accept your first response. If you're right, you and your partner are going into the temple in search of the horseshoe. But if you're wrong or you run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance. All clear? Olmec, we're now ready for your final question.
Which of these was a fast and famous mail service of the Old West?
Orange Iguana.
Pony Express.
Ponies Express.
That is correct.
Orange Iguanas. Nice job, Orange Iguanas. Got the answer right. They're going to go into the temple. Good job, Orange Iguanas. Purple Parrots, come on over here. Man, what a match. God, it came down to the last second. I thought you had it, but you're not going to go empty-handed. We got a great gift for you. Here's what it is.
It's a $50 savings bond from Nestle. Hey kids, here's an easy act to follow. Turn an ordinary glass of milk into a thick chocolatey treat and create a disappearing act of your own. Nestle Quick. It's magic in the making.
Paula, unbelievable job. You and your partner are going into the temple in search of the silver horseshoe right after this. Welcome back to Legends. I call them the comeback kids. They came back in the moat, they came back in the temple games, and they have proven themselves worthy and now have earned the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, I want Olmec to give them some information to help retrieve the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy.
You could start by climbing through the ledges and climbing down into the pit of despair. Crawl through the pit, then race into the throne room. Sit on the throne of the pretender, and you could choose to go up into the heart room or into the treacherous swamp. If you escape, you might have a chance to enter the dark forest. Reach into the hole and find the key, or plow through the wall and into the mine shaft. Ride the elevator up into the viper's nest and pull the snakes from the jars to open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue, and you may be headed for the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots and find the key, which will allow you to enter the observatory. Put together the puzzle on the stone column and jump back into the pit. Then, pass through the crypt, race down the stairs, and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours, and yours alone. You won one pendant in the temple games. Who's going first?
I am!
Very well. Paula, when Kurt gives the signal, you'll race through the temple gates into the temple and make your way towards the silver horseshoe. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. You can trade your pendant for an extra life and go on, but if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken out of the temple, and it'll be Matt's turn to enter and try his luck. If you reach the silver horseshoe, all the doors of the temple will instantly unlock and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with the silver horseshoe in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
First, you get a portable CD player. Pure compact disc sound in a slim Magnavox portable CD player featuring shuffle play, 20-track programming, and dynamic bass boost. Stereo headphones included. Smart, very smart, from Magnavox. Grab the silver horseshoe within 3 minutes, and you'll also receive, from Regent Sportswear, everything you need for outdoor fun. If it's volleyball, badminton, soccer, basketball, or baseball, Regent is the name in games. If you can bring the silver horseshoe out of the temple before 3 minutes is up, you'll also be going to space camp. You'll float like an astronaut and perform a shuttle mission during your action-packed week at Space Camp in Huntsville, Alabama, or Florida Space Coast from U.S. Space Camp.
All right, they already got the CD player. Let's see if they can pick up the rest of the loot. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Olmec, lower the gates. They have one pendant. On your mark. Get set. Go! Up into the temple. She's heading quick. They are the comeback kids. I have a lot of confidence in them. Through the ledges. I like that slide. Across. Where's she heading? She's heading across one of the crawl tubes into the pit. Into the pit where she's going to have to choose which room. Which one is she going to go to? The throne. No, she's heading into the heart room. From the heart room, she has a couple of choices. She can either go north into the observatory, head down into the throne. Which way is she going to choose? Which way is going to let her choose? Which door is going to be open? It's going to take her down into the throne. She still has 2 minutes, 14 seconds. This team is tenacious. Matt and Paula worked well together, and they may have to work well together here. With only one pendant, how far can she get? Into the dark forest. That's where she's heading. Where the spirit of the temple guard may reside. Will there be one? Oh, caught by temple guard. She'll have to give up a pendant, but she can go on. She's got to find, oh, she's going to break through the wall. She's heading into the well. From the well, she's got one room. She's just one room away from the silver horseshoe. She's still got 1 minute 33 seconds. Will she make it? She's got to grab the silver horseshoe. She's got it. All the doors are open. Now it's a matter of a foot race. Will she make it back? Matt's waiting for her. He's not even going to have to go in. It's just a matter if she can get through. She's going to have to make it through the pit. The pit's where you lose a little time. Oh, nice dive into the pit. 1 minute 6. In through a crawl tube. She's going to have to go up the ledges. From the ledges, she's going to have to go up one of the other side slide into the temple. She's got to come through the gate. She did it. She made it through the gate. There she goes. She got it. She did it all. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Come on here. These are the comeback kids. I called it. They raced across the moat. He raced across the moat. She held on to the horse. She told me earlier that she loves horses, and that's why she held on to the horse. She's got it all. She got the CD player. She got the sports package. They got the sports package. They go to space camp. We've got to get out of here. Join us again next time for another great legend of the Hidden Temple. Bye-bye.
Now that's a Legends artifact. Butch Cassidy, the Wild West, a silver horseshoe. You already know this episode was going to have that classic adventure vibe. And I've always thought the historical themes were one of the coolest parts of the show. You're watching kids compete for these ridiculous physical prizes, but at the same time, you're picking up these little pieces of history without even realizing you're learning something. And that's why these episodes hold up so well as throwbacks. On to the next episode, The Lucky Pillar of Annie Taylor.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Hogg. And here he is now.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you, Olmec. Well,
temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of the lucky pillow of Annie Taylor.
Ah, the lucky pillow of Annie Taylor. Well, the legend is set, and one of these 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve the lucky pillow. Will it be the Red Jaguars? The Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys? The Orange Iguanas? The Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some pretty tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will have the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, they have to cross the moat, and Olmec will tell us how they'll have to do it today.
Before you lies an ancient rod that has fallen across the moat. When Kirk gives the signal, one player from each team will hang from the rod by their hands and feet and shinny across to the other side. Once the first player is safely across, their partner will cross the same way. As soon as the second player crosses the moat, run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their gongs will go on to the next round.
All right, let's get started. Teams, are you ready? Olmec, are you ready?
Let's rock.
On your marks. Get set. Go. Who's going to be first? Oh, Green Monkeys are down. Here come the Blue Barracudas. Orange Iguanas out front. You got to get one over, and then you got to get the other partner over. And it's tough because you got to wrap your legs around. The Orange Iguanas out first. Green Monkeys have to go back. Here come the Blue Barracudas and the Red Jaguars, neck and neck. Purple Parrots not far behind. Orange Iguanas, though, they're out in front. They're bringing their second person across. Whoa, Red Jaguars and the Blue Barracudas are blazing. Orange Iguanas coming up slow, but you're going to make it. Nice job by the Orange Iguanas. We got our first team. Oh, Red Jaguars just went in and have to go back in through the murky fog. Blue Barracudas are in. We need 2 more teams. Who's it going to be? Green Monkeys just about across. There they go. Good job. Now his partner's coming. Here come the Silver Snakes. Looks like we might have the Red Jaguars. Purple Parrots hanging in there. Red Jaguars almost there. There goes the Red Jaguars. We need 1 more team. That's our 4 teams right there. Nice job. Way to hang in there. Going on to the steps of knowledge are the Purple Parrots. Also the Orange Iguanas. The Blue Barracudas. And the Red Jaguars. The Silver Snakes and the Green Monkeys. They had a tough moat to cross. They're not going to go away empty-handed. We got a great gift for them, and here's what it is.
A gift package has been provided by Chef Boyardee. The next time hunger takes hold, feed your need and reach for the delicious taste of Chef Boyardee pastas.
As the quest continues, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the legend of the heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor. But teams, pay attention because your knowledge of the legend can bring you a step closer to the temple.
One of the greatest daredevils of all time was Annie Taylor. When she turned 50, she decided to be the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. She had a carriage maker build a strong barrel with a harness to hold her in place.
This is madness,
said the county coroner when he heard of her plans.
You must not do it.
But Annie would not listen. With a crowd watching, Annie climbed inside her barrel, strapped herself in, and put a heart-shaped red satin pillow behind her head. She bobbed through the waves, swept over the falls, and crashed below. The barrel held and floated ashore, and Annie emerged uninjured. According to legend, a reporter asked,
How did you do it? My lucky pillow.
Annie said, holding it aloft. The town put up a plaque for Annie's accomplishment, but her lucky pillow was soon forgotten. Your quest is to find the heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor and bring it back here.
Okay, but tell us, where is the pillow, Olmec?
The heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor can be found in Medusa's lair.
All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, I want you to stop down on the ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down to the next level. But if you're wrong or run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance to answer. The first two teams to make it to the bottom level will be one step closer to Olmec's temple. Olmec, we're now ready for your first question.
Was Annie Taylor the first person to survive going over Angel Falls, Niagara Falls, or Victoria?
Blue Barracudas.
Niagara Falls.
That is correct.
Nice job, Blue Barracudas. Step down. Next question.
Did Annie Taylor go over Niagara Falls in a carriage, a canoe?
Orange iguanas.
A barrel.
That is correct.
There you go, Orange iguanas. Step down. Next question, Olmec.
Do newlyweds go to Niagara Falls to spend their honeymoon, their first anniversary?
Blue Barracudas.
Their honeymoon.
That is correct.
There you go. Blue Barracudas are just one step away from the Temple Games. We have room for two teams. Next question.
Which of these Canadian provinces is across the falls from New York State?
Purple Parrots.
Ontario.
That is correct.
Nice job. Step down, Purple Parrots. They've checked in. Next question, Olmec.
Which of these is the name of the Canadian section of Niagara Falls? Horseshoe Falls, Angel Falls, or Victoria Falls?
Orange iguanas.
Angel Falls.
Incorrect.
Blue Barracudas.
Horseshoe Falls.
That is correct.
Nice job. We got our first team going to the Temple Games. It's the Blue Barracudas. Nice job. They're all fired up. We still have room for one more. Anybody's game. Next question, Olmec.
Does the water going over Niagara Falls come from Lake Ontario, Lake Champlain, or Lake Erie?
Purple Parrots.
Lake Erie.
That is correct.
Nice job, Purple Parrots. Come on down. Purple Parrots are just one step away from the Temple Games. Still time for the Red Jaguars. Let's keep going. Olmec.
Are Lakes Erie and Ontario part of the Mississippi River?
Purple Parrots.
The Great Lakes.
That is correct.
We've got our two teams. They're going to the Temple Games. It's the Blue Barracudas. Good job in the Purple Parrots. Nice going. Come on over here, Orange Iguanas. Red Jaguars. Tough match. Great teams. The Orange Iguanas and the Red Jaguars are not going away empty-handed. We got a great gift for them, and here's what it is.
Disney's 16th animated masterpiece, Sleeping Beauty. Now in a brand new limited edition from Walt Disney Home Video.
These two teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple, and they'll do it right after this. Of course, the time has come where the glory will go to the fastest and the strongest. So let's hear it for Jordan Jimmy on the Purple Parrots and John and Missy on the Blue Barracudas. Why don't you guys get ready for your games, and let me tell you what's going to happen over here. In the Temple Games, teams are competing to win pendants of life. The winning team are going to need those pendants to protect them from the dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. There are 3 Temple Games, and Olmec will tell us about Temple Game number 1.
Annie Taylor was the first person to go over Niagara Falls. Before you stand the cliffs of Niagara. When Kirk gives the signal, push on the cliff to create a hand or foothold and pull yourself up. Then find another movable spot. When you get to the top of the wall, grab the handle and ride the waterfall back down. The first player to land, or the one that's further along at the end of 60 seconds, wins.
All right, that's a tough mountain to climb. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your marks, get set, go. You gotta find the right hole. Purple Parrots on their way up, and they gotta get the first foothold in. Blue Barracuda trying to find theirs. It's tough, you wanna go up, but you gotta find the foothold. Purple Parrots working tough. Now that one's not gonna go in, you gotta find the one that's gonna go in. There goes the Purple Parrots. John's got to find his way up. Which one's going to open, John? Purple Parrot's climbing higher. He's going up. Trying to look for some more. Nice job. time to catch up. Jamia's done a great job. Now there goes John. He's finding it now. A few seconds left. Can he catch up? All right, come on down. Nice and easy, Jamia. Good job. Come on down. All right, John, come on over here. John had a little tough time trying to find the footholds. He wanted to climb, but he couldn't yet. So Jamia gets the half pendant of life with her purple parrot. That gives the purple parrots a half pendant of life. The blue barracudas can catch up in the next round. They don't have any pendants yet, but it's worth a half pendant. Let's check it out. Olmec, tell us about it.
For her trip over the falls, Annie Taylor had an extra strong leak-proof barrel constructed. Beside you stands a box which could, at any moment, spring a leak from any one of its 5 holes. Your task is to predict where that leak might be and plug it before it occurs. When Kirk gives the signal, plug the hole where you think the leak will spring first. If you're right, the water will be plugged and not appear. Otherwise, it will squirt you. Then you'll remove your stoppers and try again. The player with the most correct predictions in 60 seconds wins.
All right. We know they're going to get a little wet. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark. Get set. Make your choice. Squirt. They both got hit. No score. Make your choice. Squirt. No score. Make your choice. Squirt. Oh, score for the purples. Make your choice. Squirt. Make your choice. Squirt. Oh, another score for the purple. 2-0 purple. Make your choice. Squirt. No score. Make your choice. Squirt. All right, no score. Make your choice. Squirt. Oh, no score. Make your choice. Squirt. Blue barracudas need to catch up. Oh, purple parrot scored again. 3-0. Make your choice. Squirt. All right, scored again for the purple. Make your choice. Squirt. 60 seconds left. Purple scored again. Make your choice. Squirt. All right, make your choice. Squirt. All right, make your choice. Squirt. Oh, blue barracuda's finally scored. Make your choice. Squirt. Oh, poor blue barracuda. She got wetter than Annie Taylor did on her trip. She didn't get one. She only got 1 score. And the purple parrots got 5 scores. That gives the purple parrots the half pendant of life. Just to recap it, that gives the purple parrots 1 full pendant, and the barracudas haven't scored yet. But the next game is worth a full pendant. It's the 3rd and final game. Olmec, tell us about it.
Annie Taylor pushed off into the Niagara River above the falls, then floated her way through the rapids and over the edge. All you have to do is go through the rapids and come back. When Kirk gives the signal, each team will push their boat off and go through the rapids. Make sure the bow of your boat crosses the rope line. When it does, turn the boat around and roll to the lifesaver. Grab it and pull yourself back to safety. The first team to land all 4 of their feet on the dock, or the team that's further along at the end of 60 seconds, wins. Be careful not to touch the ground, or you'll be pulled back to the rope line to start again.
Let's set sail. Let's get off to the edge here. Put them at even. Put the clock at 60 seconds. On your marks. Get set. Go. Land ho! Look out, you might go over the edge. You don't want to go over the edge. It's an even match all the way. Now comes the turn, and this is the key point. How well can you turn? It's like a 3-point turn, really. Purple parrots, use their stick. Nice technique. Grab the dinner tube. It's going to be a race to the end. Blue barracudas working top. Purple parrots drop their boat. Oh, it's going to come down to the end. Who can get out first? Here come the blue barracudas. That's it. Time's up. Oh, not time's up, but the blue barracudas got off first. Good job by the blue barracudas. They just made it ahead of the purple parrots. That gives them the full pendant of life. So we have the blue barracudas with the full pendant, the purple parrots with a full pendant. We've got a tie. Let's bring in the tiebreaker pedestal. Come on down, guys. Blue barracudas over here, purple parrots over here. Put your hands around the gong. I'm going to give you the tiebreaker rules. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, hit the gong in front of you. If you're right, and you will have 3 seconds to answer, and if you're right, you and your partner will be going inside the temple in search of the heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor. But if you're wrong or run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance to answer. All clear? All right, put your hands up to the sides over here. All right. Olmec, we're now ready for your final question.
Do the Great Lakes empty into the Mississippi River, the St. Lawrence River, or the Delaware River?
Blue Barracudas.
The St. Lawrence River.
That is correct.
The Blue Barracudas are going to the temple. Delayed reaction by Olmec, but he's sending the Blue Barracudas to the temple. Missy can't believe it. She was determined and she got paid off. Great job, Blue Barracudas. They fought a hard-fought match. They never gave up. I love the Purple Parrots. I wish I could send them to the temple, but we're going to give them a great gift, and here's what it is.
A savings bond from Skechers Footwear. Makers of fun, exciting, cool shoes, sneakers, and boots. Skechers, it's the S.
The Blue Barracudas are a wild bunch, so now we're going to see if they can make it to Olmec's temple, retrieve the heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor. Right after this, give me some... The Blue Barracudas fought back all the way and now have proven themselves worthy and have earned the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, let's get some information to help them retrieve the heart-shaped pillow of Annie Taylor.
You could start by climbing through the ledges and climbing down into the pit of despair. Crawl through the pit, then race into the throne room. Sit on the throne of the Pretender, and you could choose to go up into Medusa's lair, where you can grab the heart-shaped pillow. Or you might journey into the treacherous swamp. If you escape, you might have a chance to enter the dark forest. Reach into the hole and find the key, but be careful. One of the trees could be inhabited by the spirit of a temple guard. If they grab you, you'll have to give up a pendant of life. Next, plow through the wall and into the mine shaft. Ride the elevator up into the viper's nest and pull the snakes from the jars to open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue, and you may be headed for the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots to find the key, which will allow you into the observatory. Put together the puzzle on the stone column and jump back into the pit. Then, pass through the crypt, race down the stairs, and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours, and yours alone. You won one pendant in the temple games. Who's going first?
I am.
Very well, Missy. When Kirk gives the signal, you'll race through the gates, into the temple, and make your way towards the heart-shaped pillow. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. You can trade your pendant for an extra life and go on. But if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken out of the temple, and it'll be John's turn to enter and try his luck. If you reach the heart-shaped pillow, all the doors of the temple will instantly unlock, and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with the pillow in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
First, you get a remote control car. Nicholas Brass, high-performance, high-speed radio-controlled off-road buggy with Blackbeard suspension, removable crystal, and more. Includes rechargeable battery pack and charger from Nico. Grab the lucky pillow within 3 minutes, and you'll also receive this fully programmable 4-hit special effects VCR by Magnavox. Offers on-screen programming and 46-function universal remote for TV VCR control. Smart, very smart, from Magnavox. If you can bring the lucky pillow out of the temple before 2 minutes is up, then you both be going to the Bahamas! Bahamas Princess Resort on exciting Grand Bahama Island, offering tennis, swimming, and international entertainment. Fun for the whole family from Bahamas Princess Resort.
They want to go to the Bahamas. All right, well, we'll see about that. Let's get our mouthpieces in. All right. They have one pennant. You're going to need all the luck you can get here. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Olmec, please lower your gate. All right, Missy. On your mark. Get set. Go. There she goes. Into the temple. Which way will she go? Up or down? She's heading down into the ledges. She'll have to find a door that'll open. Will it be the first door? Will she have the kind of luck? Will it set the tone? Yes, it opens. She's heading into the pit of despair. Now one of those doors will open. Which one will it be? Oh, she's heading for the middle door. That's the one that'll lead her into Medusa's lair, but it won't open. So she'll have to try another. She's heading into the door to the observatory. Oh, that doesn't open. She's going to have to go down into the throne room. For the throne room, where she'll have to sit down, compose herself, think about a new plan. Where is she going to go? Oh, temple guard. She has a pennant. She gives it to him. She looks up. That door's not open into Medusa's lair, so she's going to have to head into the swamp. Into the swamp. Oh, the swamp. Oh, will she ever get out of the swamp? Through the tangled vines. She opens the door that's going to head her into the dark forest. Inside the dark forest, she'll have to reach into the hole in one of the trees to find the key. Will it be that tree? Will there be a temple spirit inhabiting it? No, she doesn't. She'll have to find another tree. Oh, she's got it. She's got the key. Now she's going to head up into the shrine of the silver monkey. She's got 1:32. She's got plenty of time. She'll have to put together the silver monkey, and that's always hard. First the base, then the middle, and then the head. She's doing a great job. Hope she doesn't run into a temple guard. She got the head. She slams the head down. She'll go into the king's storeroom, but she's got to find the hole. Nice job, Missy. Into the king's storeroom. Smash that car, Missy. Find the key. Less than 1 minute, Missy. Find the keyhole. She was nervous all day. The whole show, she's been nervous. But that's worked her benefit. There she goes. Into Medusa's lair. If she can get it, she got the key. She got it. She got it. How much time? She's into the pit of despair. Come on, Missy, run. She's got 30 seconds. She's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. She's gonna do it. Come on, Missy. She bumped her head. Come on, she got it. Missy did it. She can believe it. Can you believe it? She's been nervous all day and it's worked for her. She got it all. The remote control car, the Magnavox VCR, the Bahamas Resort Vacation. We're out of here. See us next time for another great legend of the Hidden Temple. Bye-bye.
The Lucky Pillow of Annie Taylor is such a weirdly specific artifact, and that's exactly why I love this show. You could give me a list of 100 random historical objects, and somehow legends will make every single one of those sound like the greatest treasure ever discovered. And then you get to the temple run, and suddenly everybody's yelling at the screen trying to figure out where the artifact is. That's nostalgia right there. You know what's coming. You've seen these episodes before, and you're still sitting there watching them like you might somehow help the team get through the temple. Alright, let's go on to the legend of Blackbeard's treasure map.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kurt Hogg. And here he is now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Olmec. Welcome to the Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in his temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of Blackbeard's treasure map.
Well, one of these 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve the treasure map. Will it be the Red Jaguars? The Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys? The Orange Iguanas? The Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some pretty tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will earn the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, they must cross the moat, and here's how they'll have to do it today. One player from each team is sitting on a floating ring. When I say go, they'll pull themselves across the moat as quickly as possible. Once they're across, they'll step off, grab the ring, and throw it back to their partner, who will then jump on, pull himself across using the rope. As soon as the second teammate has stepped onto the deck, it's his job to run over here and to hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit the gong will go on to the next round. Are you ready? Are you ready, old Mac?
Oh, yeah.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Who's going to pull themselves across first? Oh, they're flying across. Orange Iguanas, nice job. Blue Barracuda is looking good. Red Jaguar, Purple Parrots, neck and neck so far. But who's going to throw back the tube? It's who throws back the tube first. Who's going to get it across? Looks like the Red Jaguars are in first. The others trying to get a feel for it. We're going to have to try it again. Looks like we got another couple of them. Oh, Silver Snake's trying to reach for it. Oh, he can't get it. We got first one. We got our first one right there. We're waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Orange Iguana is trying to paddle it towards it. Nice throw by the Blue Barracuda. I think that one's going to do it. You're going to have to give it a big swing. Do a big swing there. Here comes the Blue Barracudas. Silver Snake's coming on. I think we got our second and third one coming across. Here's our second. We got number 2. Number 2 is in. Woo! This is going to be close, I'll tell you. And Silver Snakes, they have it in the bag now. He's across, out of the water. And we've got number 3. We need one more. One more. Orange Iguana's in. Now he's just got to pull himself across. Can he do it? Oh, he fell off. He's going to have to go back. Give it a big swing and throw it. Throw it. The Purple Parrot's going to get a chance at it now. Oh, he's telling him to send it back because he got to throw it again. Oh, Orange Iguanas fell off again. I think the Green Monkey's going to give it a try. Paddle it towards you. Paddle it towards you. Blue Barracudas. Orange Iguanas. Here comes the Orange Iguana. He's got to get out of the water now. I think we've got it. We've got number 4. Here it is. We've got our 4 teams right here. Okay. We've got the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, the Orange Iguanas, and the Silver Snakes. Nice try, Green Monkeys and Purple Parrots. You did a great job. You're not going away empty-handed. Here's what we've got for you.
Nerds brand candy, the tiny, tangy, crunchy candy with intense fruit flavors. Taste the magic from the Willy Wonka Candy Factory.
As we continue our quest, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the legend of Blackbeard's treasure map. But pay attention, guys, because your knowledge of the legend can bring you a step closer to the temple.
The meanest, ugliest, most ornery pirate who ever sailed the 7 seas was Blackbeard. He went into battle with ribbons tied into his long black beard and tucked long smoking fuses under his hat to make him look more frightening. When things got dull, he would light fires on his own ship or shoot one of his own crew members just to keep them on their toes. Blackbeard liked to attack Spanish treasure ships and steal their jewels. If people took too long taking off their rings, Blackbeard would cut off their fingers. Once, he even made a man eat his own ears. When he gathered all the treasure, he would row ashore with just a few men and bury it in secret. Sometimes the men who helped him never came back. According to legend, the last of his 14 wives held a map to this treasure, and it eventually found its way to the temple. Your quest is to retrieve the map and bring it back here.
Thank you, Olmec. So where is the map?
The treasure map can be found in the dungeon.
Ooh, the dungeon. Teams, you are now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, stomp down on the ancient marking in front of you. If you're first, your step will light up. Go ahead, stomp on it. Blue Barracudas, you ring in first. And if you were answered correctly, you'd go down to the next level. If you were wrong or you ran out of time, I'd give the other teams a chance to answer. The first 2 teams to make it to the bottom level will be 1 step closer to Olmec's temple. Let's get started. Olmec, first question.
Which of these did Blackbeard tie in his beard? Rats?
Orange iguanas?
Bows. Red bows.
That is not one of our 3 choices. The 3 choices are rats, ribbons, or burning ropes.
Red jaguars?
Ribbons.
That is correct.
Step down. Way to go. Next question.
Which of these would Blackbeard do to keep his men on their toes?
Orange iguanas?
He would shoot them.
That is incorrect. The 3 choices are set fires on board ship, set his beard on
Silver
fire.
snakes?
Set fire on his ship.
That is correct.
Step down. Nice job. You might want to wait to hear all 3 answers before you ring in. Next question.
Blackbeard's real name was Edward Teach. Was he originally from England, Spain, or Greece?
Blue Barracudas?
England.
That is correct.
Nice answer. Step down. Next question.
Which of these pirates is the only one known to make prisoners walk the plank? Blackbeard, Long John Silver, or Captain Kidd?
Orange iguanas?
Long John Silver.
That is correct.
Step down. Nice job. It's all tied up. Ooh, we've got ourselves a hot match here. Next question.
Blackbeard was defeated in battle near Cape Hatteras. Is this A, in Massachusetts, California, or North Carolina?
Who's gonna ring in? Silver snakes?
North Carolina.
That is correct.
Oh, way to go. Last second. 1 more correct answer, Silver Snakes, and you go to the Temple Games. Next question.
According to our legend, did Blackbeard make a prisoner have his ears pierced, eat his own ears?
Silver Snakes?
Eat his own ears.
That is correct.
We've got our first team going to the Temple Games, the Silver Snakes. The rest of you, it's still a tie, so it's anybody's game. Next question.
Did Blackbeard have 41 wives, 14 wives?
Blue Barracudas?
14.
That is correct.
Step down. Blue Barracudas. 1 more correct answer, you go to the Temple Games. Next question.
A common pirate punishment was to be left on a deserted island. Is this called being lampooned, being marooned, or being harpooned?
Red Jaguars?
That is correct.
Come on down. Woo, it's all tied up between the Red Jaguars and the Blue Barracudas. Next question.
Did pirates terrorize the Spanish Main, the Irish
Orange
Main?
iguanas?
Spanish. The Spanish Main.
That is correct.
All right, nice question. This all tied up. Any one of you, next correct answer will be going to the Temple Games and joining the Silver Snakes. Next question.
Treasure ships sailed in the current along the east coast of the United States. Is that current the jet stream?
Blue Barracudas?
Pacific.
That is incorrect. The 3 choices are the jet stream, the Gulf Stream, or the
Red Jaguars?
Gulf Stream.
That is correct.
Red Jaguars, come on down. These 2 teams will be going head to head. They are going to head in the Temple Games right now. They are the Red Jaguars and the Silver Snakes. The rest of you guys, what a match. It was neck and neck. You're not going to go away empty-handed. We've got a great gift for you, and here's what it is.
You want speed, action, excitement? Get a yo-yo. You want the hottest yo-yos? Get a Dunkin'.
These 2 teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple, and they'll do it right after this. Welcome back to Legends. Now the glory goes to the fastest and the strongest. But before we get started, I want to talk to our team players. On the Silver Snakes, we have...
Hector.
How old are you, Hector?
12.
And I heard you play the trumpet?
Yeah, I play Middlebrook Middle School Band.
How long you been playing the trumpet?
About a year.
About a year? You getting better?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, good. And who do we have here?
Carissa.
And how old are you, Carissa?
11.
And it says here you want to be a teacher.
Yes, I do.
Where do you want to be a teacher at?
In elementary school.
Really? Why do you want to be an elementary school teacher?
I like being around kids.
All right. Well, you're around a few here. Okay. All right, let's hear it for the Silver Snakes. And let's not forget the Red Jaguars. We have
James.
How old are you, James?
11.
And now you play soccer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, I like to be a keeper, and it's a fun sport. I like to play forward also.
Many balls get by you as a goalkeeper?
No, not much.
You're pretty tough.
Yeah.
Okay. And who do we have here?
Sabrina.
And how old are you?
11.
And you're also a soccer player.
Yeah, I play goalkeeper and sometimes defense and sometimes forward.
So we have 2 goalkeepers here. Uh-oh, looks tough here. Let's hear it for the Red Jaguars. Hey, why don't you guys get set up for the next game, and I'll tell everybody about what's going to happen here. In the Temple Games, each team is competing to win pendants of life. The winning team will lead those pendants to protect them from the dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. There are 3 temple games, and the first one is cannonballs. The old pirate ships had rather primitive cannons. They shot big, heavy cannonballs which had to be loaded in by hand, which is just what our players are about to do. Over here, we have 2 loading ramps. At the base of each loading ramp is a cannonball. When I say go, they'll push the cannonball up to the top of the ramp. Then they'll get a shot of water, slide back down, grab the next cannonball, and then climb up again. They'll have 60 seconds. The player with the most cannonballs at the top of the ramp wins. I think our teams are ready. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. It's the goalkeeper and the trumpet player. Who's going to be first? It's neck and neck so far. This is tough. Try to get your feet in the holes and push that cannonball up. That's really tough. But they are doing a great job. They are working slowly but steadily. They don't want to slip because if they slip, the other one's going to get ahead a little bit, and the Red Jaguars have gotten ahead a little bit. There's 23 seconds left. Oh, he's going to lose the ball. The Silver Snake almost lost the ball, but he recovers, and the Red Jaguar's almost at the top. All he has to do is get to the top and put it in the basket. He's almost there. He needs a little bit more room. A few more seconds. This is going to be tough. Red's got his ball in. Silver's got to get his in now. Oh, come on down. Whoa, nice splash. Come on over here. Come on over here, come on. Okay, that was a great, you almost got your ball in there. You didn't put it in at the last second. Oh, what happened?
It was tough.
It was really tough. Red Jaguar, you got it in with about 3 seconds left. Great job. You get a half a pennant of life. Let's go to the second game. Like most pirates, Blackbeard hid his treasure by burying it. And in this game, our player's job is to dig the treasure up. Over here, we have 2 treasure shafts, each of which has pieces of treasure buried at the bottom. When I say go, each player is going to climb up the shaft, or is going to start digging, and then they're going to climb up the shaft with the piece of treasure, and then they'll drop it in the box at the top. Then they'll climb back down and dig some more. The player with the most pieces of treasure in the box at the end of 60 seconds wins. Our teams look ready. They look very ready. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. They got to dig for the gold, and they got to get up and put it in the bin at the top. And who's going to get their feet first? Silver Snakes got their feet in first and are slowly making their way up. And the Red Jaguars are having a little trouble. She's having trouble getting up. But the Silver Snake keeps making her way up to the top. And she's got her first piece in, but so does the Red Jaguar. It's neck and neck. 32 seconds left. They've got a, Silver Snake's got a crown, Red Jaguar's got a skull, and she dropped it. She's got to go back for it again. Oh, Silver Snake was up there, but now the Red Jaguar is on her way up again. She needs a little more room. She's got another one. Silver Snakes, though, is she going to get it in before time's up? Oh, she got the crown in. That's it, time's up. Go check it out. Oh, nice job. Silver Snakes got it in at the last second. Red Jaguars got 2 pieces. Silver Snake got 2 pieces. They both get a half a pendant of life. Now, Red Jaguars have 1 pendant. Silver Snake's got a half pendant. It's going to come down to the last game. Let's go check it out right now. As pirate ships were about to attack, they would raise the skull and crossbones flag called the Jolly Roger. And that's exactly what our players are about to do. When I say go, one partner will grab a piece of the flag right here, and while their partner is up, they'll pull down on his end of the rope. Then the first partner will stick his piece of the flag in its correct upright position. When he's finished, he'll drop to the ground, grab another piece. When the second partner is up, he can stick his piece of the flag, and they'll keep alternating like that. And the team with the most correctly placed pieces of the Jolly Roger at the end of 60 seconds wins. Our teams are just about ready. Last minute instructions. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. They've got to spring off the ground and get up to the flag, and that is really tough thing. But the Red Jaguars know what they're doing, and they've got the first one in. The Silver Snakes, though, are trying to get their flag turned around and are trying to find the right position as the Red Jaguars are going up for another. But the Silver Snakes, they have to pull themselves down. This game is a real game of teamwork. The Red Jaguars have just called it, and they're ready to go down, but the Red Jaguars have to get another piece, and they're up. Silver Snakes are sort of caught in the middle. They don't know what to do here. 21 seconds. Now the Red Jaguars are trying to get more instructions. Go, let's just push it up. Silver Snakes still trying to... Now they got to say go and send the other one down. They're ready to go. Who's going to get it? Check it out. Check it out right now. Silver Snakes had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the upright position. The Red Jaguars, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the upright position. The Red Jaguars and Silver Snakes each get a pendant of life, but the Red Jaguars have 2 pendants. That means they're going to the temple. Good job, guys. Good job. Woo! Came down to the clutch here. Silver Snakes, nice job. You're not going to go away empty-handed. We've got a nice gift for you, and here's what it is.
Pair off with the new Laramie Super Soaker XXP 275 and 175. 4 times the payload of the original Super Soaker. New Laramie Super Soaker XXP's wetter is better.
We'll see if the Red Jaguars can make it through Olmec's Temple and retrieve Blackbeard's treasure map right after this. Welcome back. You two have proven yourselves worthy, and now you have earned the right to enter Olmec's Temple. But first, here's some information to help you retrieve Blackbeard's treasure map.
You could start by running to the room of the 3 gargoyles. Push in the correct tongue, and a door might lead you down a stairway and across the troubled bridge. You could then race up to the observatory, spin the sundial, and pass into the treasure room. There, you might open up the treasure chest and climb down through it, or try to enter the shrine of the Silver Monkey. Assemble the statue there, and you may be headed for the Pirate's Cove. Spin the ship's wheel, and you can descend into the dungeon. You could plow through the stone wall, find the key, and it may unlock the tombs of the ancient kings. Next, you might climb through into the swamp. If you escape, you may have a chance to enter the room of harmonic convergence. Stand on the proper 2 steps, and the doors may open. If the rock slab is up, you could run through the pit of despair and finally make your way through the cave of sighs and back to the temple gate. The choices are yours, and yours alone. Good luck.
Thank you, Olmec. You guys won 2 pendants, and here they are. There's one for you and one for you. Now, who's going first?
Me.
Okay, Sabrina. You're going first. So, when I say go, and which way are you going to go, up or down?
Down.
Okay, when I say go, you're going to race through the gates into the temple, and you're going to make your way towards the treasure map. But be careful. There are many locked doors and dead ends, and also inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. If you enter one of those rooms, a temple guard will jump out and capture you. But if you give him one of your pendants, you get an additional life and you can go on. But if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken from the temple, and then it'll be James' turn to try his luck. As soon as you reach that map, all the doors will instantly unlock and the temple guards will vanish, and you'll have 3 minutes. And for your efforts, you will be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
For just getting into the temple, you're both gonna get Nico's Scorpion! Off-road high-performance speed truck with scale speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Includes battery pack and charger from Nico. If you can grab the treasure map before 3 minutes is up, you'll also receive pure compact disc sound from the slim Magnavox portable CD player. Featuring shuffle play, 20-track programming, and dynamic bass boost. Stereo headphones included. Smart, very smart, from Magnavox. And if you can get the treasure out of the temple within 3 minutes, you'll both be going to Cayman Islands. The 290-room Ramada Treasure Island Resort on Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands, located on the famous 7 Mile Beach, features complete water sports program including snorkeling, parasailing, and water skiing.
Islands, CD player. Woo, it sounds good. Let's get into position. All right, Sabrina, put your mouthpieces in, both of you. And let's put 3 minutes on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. She's heading into the cave of size. Staggered at the cave of size. Go, 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 go. She's heading up the cave of size, looking for that first door. Still staggered by that. Try another one. Keep going up. Keep going up. You have to try another door. There, that one opens. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. She's still got plenty of time, and she's gonna make her way into the wall climb. And she's gonna have to climb on down, get into the wheel, and lift that rock slab. Can she turn it? Climb up it. Climb up. There it goes. There it goes. Open sesame. Keep going. The door's revealed. Now all you just have to do is open it. Oh, it won't open. You have to try another one. Go back up. Minute 56. She's gonna have to go back up into the, back through that gate. And heading in back into the cave of size. She's gonna have to go to the gargoyle room. Might have to go straight up. Keep going straight up. That door opens. Still got a minute 34. This is really tough. Open one of those tongues. One door's got to open. That one's open. Try the other way. Try the other side. Keep trying that door. Slide the door over. There it goes. Still got a minute. You got a blaze now. Almost lost her footing there as she's heading on up to the observatory. She's gonna have to turn the sundial to open that other door. Keep going. That's gonna take her down to the heart room with 42 seconds. Which way is she gonna go now? Try another door. You want to always move forward. No, that's gonna take you back up the observatory. You kind of lose your way when you're in the temple. You might want to try it down. That's gonna take her back up the observatory again. Might want to come on back down. Oh, she's heading back out the way she came in. That's tough. Oh, time's up. Sorry you guys didn't make it. Did a great job though. Excellent job. Join us again next time for more adventure and another great legend of the Hidden Temple. Bye-bye.
And And we've saved the best for last. Blackbeard and the treasure map is basically the perfect Legends of the Hidden Temple combination. Pirates, treasure, a mysterious artifact. You can't really ask for a better setup. Looking back at these episodes now, it's crazy how much variety this show had. We just went through Renaissance art, Russian loyalty, the Wild West, Niagara Falls, and pirates. And somehow, every single one of those stories can lead to the same place. Kids running through a giant temple trying to grab an artifact. And that's what made Legends so damn memorable. If you grew up watching Nickelodeon, this is the kind of show that can instantly take you back. The music, the teams, Olmec, Kirk, the steps of knowledge, and of course the temple run. It's all still iconic. If you're watching these throwbacks, make sure you stick around because we got plenty more classic television coming. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.